How's it going, everyone? I'm Matthew.
I'm Marty.
And this is ChiFi Friday. Well, this may come as a surprise to you all. Steve's not leading the video. I am. We have a new guy and we have a new series. Let's just get the elephant out of the room. You're new. How you feeling about Bloom?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I've been here for about 2 months. I have a camera right in front of me. I don't feel nervous at all, and I'm ready to get into this.
Now that we got that out of the way, what are we doing here with ChiFi Friday? ChiFi's kind of exploded onto the scene. You got $20 IEMs that are probably outperforming some IEMs in the $100, $200 range. There's a lot of hidden gems out there. Our goal on this series is to find them. Find some brands that may be flying under the radar, some IEMs that aren't getting the recognition they deserve. We're to go on a hunt, see which ones are good, see which ones aren't. But today, we have the Kinera Plutos Beast. I say we just dive right in with build and design. Alrighty, on the box, we got a nice little lava scheme. The packaging looks pretty nice. We get our driver arrangement down here, one bone conduction driver, one balanced armature, and one squared planar driver. Pretty interesting driver scheme here at $89. Is the goodies inside any good? To perpetuate the myth of music. Okay. Alrighty, so starting off, we get a nice little leather case and we see our IEMs for the first time. Pretty nice unboxing here. You want to take a look at that case?
It's pretty good quality. Feels like leather. Don't know if it's fake or not. We don't need to know. As we open it up, looks like we have our cable in here.
Okay.
If you look up here though, we got a little pouch.
Okay.
So a pouch is keeping our cleaning tools safe. It's always important to have those.
That's right.
You don't want to share your IM with, you know,
Earwax.
earwax on there. It's embarrassing. I've never done that before.
And of course not.
Anyway, pull this out. We have a 2-pin to 3.5 millimeter cable.
Yeah, it's a silver-plated cable, I read. Not bad.
It's not bad. For 89 bucks, I don't think I would have expectations for this to be amazing. It's also not bad. It looks good.
This is not bad.
Yeah.
I feel like this is not bad. I'm rocking with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's set that aside. What else do we get in this package other than the IEMs? We get the usual user manual. What do we need that for? And we got a little, a little bookmark charm. That's not bad. Take a look at that.
Not bad at all. I just got handed these IEMs and I was like, let me listen to them.
Yeah.
I never saw this before.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Think about it, you can put your IEMs in, you can put this right on your shoulder, and
That's how you
dude,
wear it.
come on. Who do you see?
Bruh. Well.
Whatever, let's move on.
All right, on the IEMs themselves, we get, for the left IEM, we get a little blue design, and on the right, we get a little orange. What do you think there? How you rocking with this design?
Yeah, initial thoughts, I looked at it, I was like, these are cool. There's IEMs, I'm pulling my phone out to take a picture because they look nice.
Right.
These, but with them in my ears, they still look cool.
Yeah, I feel like they're not too gaudy. I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like they're pretty tasteful in their design approach. I think they're okay.
Tasteful, simple.
Yeah.
It's like, what else can you ask for?
What more do you need
Come
there?
on.
Did these exceed or underwhelm? $89, whole package.
Exceed,
Okay.
100%. I think if I open up a box that's 89 bucks and I receive a leather case, bunch of spare ear tips, I get these 2 IEMs that look pretty nice, cable and accessory. It's like, that's a lot to deal with. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I feel like that was pretty good. 89 bucks. Yeah, you walk away with pretty nice cable, nice case. I'm down with this. I think this exceeded expectations.
It did.
But accessories and goodies aside, they can all be good. If it doesn't sound good, it isn't good. Let's get into subjective sound. Alrighty, subjective sound, we created a playlist of the same songs. We kind of ran through them. I believe our sources, I just used my Apple dongle. I don't know if you used anything other than that.
Apple dongle.
Yeah, I feel like for 89 bucks, we're not plugging this into an SB3000, right?
Yeah.
So, sources aside, playlist, all the same. What were your impressions?
I was pretty much blown away. I was given these IEMs already knowing the price, so I think that comes into play with my reaction. But when I put these IEMs on, I play this band I've been listening to, High Fade. I think the song was called Healer. They're like a rock funk band. And man, like the spatial imaging of just the guitars, the drums, the vocals was phenomenal. I was sitting here hearing guitars over here, he's singing over here. All this stuff is going on in my head, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of in your boat. I was pretty impressed for 89 bucks. I've heard Kinera offerings in the past, and it's kind of like, are we gonna get something different here? Are we gonna get, you know, a revisit to past tunings? And I feel like they kind of went a little off the wall with this one, and I was kind of digging it. We get that bone conduction bass that's pretty tight, pretty lively, and a lot of rock tracks. You know, you get the kick drum, that's really nice. Vocals really present, I mean, really forward. Mid-range, pretty well bodied, and treble I think we're gonna get to a little later, but at times can overall be a little wonky. Now that we got the main stop it.
Dude, we gotta add some of these in.
All right, so now that we got the main gist of the sound aside, what do you think the biggest selling point of Kinera Plutos Beast is? What's your main takeaway?
My main takeaway is honestly the imaging. The soundstage that it had was just phenomenal for its price point, and I think it does a really good job at showing you what there is out there that you can get at a higher price. What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm in your same boat. I feel like this kind of gives you a glimpse of what you can expect in the upper echelon of IEMs. And it's like, you know, you kind of want that taste of flagship level spacing and imaging in a track. I feel like Plutos Beast kind of gives you a small taste of it, you know, of what you can expect when you go up the ranks of upgrading your IEM set. So I don't know, man, I feel like 89 bucks, really, really fantastic in the soundstage and imaging department. So I think I'd agree with you there. What do you think is the worst of the IEM?
Probably the treble.
Okay.
Just how it comes across. I think overall when I was switching between genres like pop, rock, instrumental, something that was consistently just weird for me was the high-end frequency range.
Well, I hope future episodes have differing opinions, because I'm with you on both. I think the treble, it's just not, it's doesn't highlight like the soundstage and imaging. It's not really a main draw like the bass. It's just kind of sheltered. It's a little dark. Now that we have the subjective sound out of the way, why don't we get to the frequency response graph? Let's jump into objective sound. We're gonna pop the frequency response graph on the screen. We're taking a look at it here. Marty, do you feel like anything's really out of place here? Do you feel like this is spot on with your listening? What do you think?
I feel like this is pretty much spot on for the most part. I think for the bass, that's kind of what I was expecting, because it wasn't too present in the songs that I was listening to, but it was enough for me to hear the clarity of what was going on in the bass frequency. The high end, it gets a little wonky. Even just looking at this graph, the high end frequency is very interesting. And the mids, they barely pulled them out. They really didn't touch them in the graph. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, I feel like where that 2K kind of rise up is kind of where I imagine the vocals to be. And yeah, I mean, when I was talking about how forward, how present they are, I feel like this graph shows that. Yeah. Like these vocals are kind of in your face. Yeah, he kind of nailed it with the bass and the mids, but yeah, I think that treble spike and dip is just kind of how we could probably describe it. It gets a little peaky, it gets a little sheltered. It's kind of a unique experience. I'm not gonna bash it any further, but you know, I think the graph tells the truth here. I think I would say it's pretty spot on. Well, we've covered everything from the unboxing experience to the subjective sound to the objective sound. There's one question left to be answered. Marty, do you recommend this IEM?
I would say I wouldn't recommend this IEM to someone that's already invested into some nice audio gear. But for someone that's interested to get into this big audio realm, I would say this is a great IM to get that replicates imaging and a great sound stage. It kind of shows you what there is out there that you can get. So I would say it depends, case by case. What do you think?
I do recommend it. I think even lower than this, in the $20, $40 range, there's actually probably better options. I don't think this is a $300, $600 IEM killer, but I think it has a unique offering. I think, with the bone conduction driver, with a planar driver, with, balance armature, I think it all kind of comes together pretty well. I think if you really want to kind of get your foot in the door into seeing something that can really produce a really wide soundstage and pretty great imaging, I think the Plutos Beast should be at the top of your list. Well, folks, that's the first episode of ChiFi Friday. If you like it, if you have IEMs to recommend...
Do it again.
Why?
Because I wasn't ready for that, and my face wasn't ready for that.
Okay. That does it for our first episode of ChiFi Friday. If you like it, stick around, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below if you have an IEM for us to check out. We're gonna be on the hunt ourselves through AliExpress, Amazon, all those deals. We're gonna be looking out for IEMs. I think that's all we got to say. I'm Matt.
I'm Marty.
And this was ChiFi Friday. Peace. That was good energy at the end. We didn't even script that.